Welcome to Iceland. Every corner of this little island nation is full of breathtaking beauty. And for many, Iceland is sort of a mystery. It's a beautiful land twinged with enough volcanic danger in remote places that it attracts people like ourselves who wish to explore this seemingly uncharted, raw landscape. Now look, we know Iceland isn't uncharted by any means, but the rugged and dangerous nature of the island lures us in with the promise of discovery and adventure. So we hopped on a 5-hour flight from Tennessee to start our journey in Iceland. As soon as we arrived in Reykjavik, we immediately drove north and found ourselves dropping 541 feet below sea level in one of the most amazing tunnels we've ever been in. Lasting around 3 miles, this tunnel took us underneath water in a deep fjord. And as soon as we emerged, we finally started the Ring Road, a highway that goes all the way around Iceland.
We're on the northern coast of Iceland now, on the Ring Road, and we just pulled over. We were thinking about stopping here for the night, and we're not sure if we're gonna drive a little bit more because there's some more stuff on the eastern side of the island that we want to see, because we only have so much time. So we're trying to say, do we stay here or do we keep moving? And I think we're gonna keep moving, but we wanted to stop for coffee, use the bathroom, that kind of thing, because we've been driving for several hours. But this coffee shop we found is actually in the botanical gardens. So while we're getting coffee, we're able to walk around and see the botanical gardens, which are surprisingly bloomy still for being mid-September in Iceland.
Yeah.
I thought things would be dead, but it's still blooming.
Look, she's excited about the flowers. I'm excited about the coffee.
I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna go.
All right, let's go.
Everyone always talks about how amazing the waterfalls are in Iceland, and just outside this pit stop, finally got up close and personal with our very first Icelandic waterfall.
This is definitely one of those places where you walk up to and all you say is, wow. It's really incredible.
The landscape is dramatic and gorgeous and stunning. It is not as cold yet as I thought it would be. It's supposed to get colder next week. And the people are incredibly friendly. And I feel like we say that about a lot of places, but there are definitely places we've been and we just don't mention it because we're thinking they're not the friendliest. But they're not like, hi, welcome to Iceland. Like Brazil, everybody was just so vibrant and they're just so hospitable and so welcoming and wanting to get to know you. Here it's like a very reserved, calm, very Scandinavian Nordic.
So tonight we are camping in this national park.
And when we're up at 3 a.m. in the morning freezing our butts off, Chris can 100% blame me because it was my idea.
The myth is that Odin, Thor's dad,
I'm Thor.
Anthony Hopkins, his horse stepped here. It's in the shape of a horse foot. They think hoof.
It's a hoof.
So, they think that Odin's horse stepped here, and that's what made this happen. So if you like Thor, his dad is the reason for this.
And the scenery just keeps getting better and better and better. So my understanding is the scenery is going to keep getting better and better and better and better and better as we keep going around. We've already seen incredible things. And I think we're about halfway-ish, maybe a third of the way around the road. We did a lot of driving today because we know there's some spots for sure that we want to see on the east coast of Iceland. And then a lot of the southern side, we're going to wait because when our group tour starts with all of our 14 friends coming over to travel with us on Friday, we're going to see mostly southern region. So we're saving a lot of that. So we're seeing north or west, north, and east on the ring road. So that's our plan. Let's go.
Horses they run and pound the earth like thunder. The courses they're on are crushed in their wake. The force of the sun pounds the earth asunder. The torch of her strength none can escape. Like the hammer in the heart of the maker. The hammering, hammering heart, the hammering heart of the maker. The hammering, hammering heart.
I love camping. It's actually really nice and quiet out.
We woke up this morning to rain, which is nice.
Hey, we made it to day 3 without rain. I'm happy. Hey, it may be raining, but on day 3, I finally got to break out my yellow rain jacket. I know yellow rain jacket in Iceland's a little bit of a cliche, but I had this jacket long before we had the Iceland trip on the books. It makes every rainy day just a little bit brighter. I love it. Once we fell asleep, I slept great, but it was getting to sleep. My mind was racing. I was like, it's one of those nights where I couldn't shut my brain off. I think we slept till almost 8. Oops. And by that point, the rain had rolled in. But it's okay. It sounded really nice in the tent, and it wasn't like a downpour, so we just sort of threw everything into the car and went. But yeah, I slept great. Did you?
Yeah.
I know he slept great because he was snoring while I was just laying there like that. Hear it a long ways off, then you finally see it.
See those people all the way in the back, like right over there? That's right across the waterfall, obviously. But in order to get to them, it takes over an hour because this thing is just massive. Massive, massive, massive waterfall. Somebody told us that in Iceland, you know, if you miss a waterfall, don't worry, you're gonna see another one just up the road. And while they're right, I don't think we've gotten tired of it just yet.
Continuing our drive, we found our way into one of the most beautiful villages in the country, Seydisfjordur. We were told that this was a must-stop visit, and whoever recommended it to us, thank you. You were right. The drive-in was one of the most beautiful drives we've ever been on in our entire lives, and reaching this village in the fjord below felt like we were stumbling back in time. And some of you may even recognize this drive as the longboard scene from Walter Mitty. While we were enjoying our time here so much, we forgot to take the camera out, but we did have the most perfect espresso sitting in this little coffee shop overlooking the foggy bay out the window.
As a child, where the dust devils dance on the dreams of the ivy wild. And the wheel of love is hidden within us, and we reckon with it, and we wrestle with it. And the wheel of love is hidden within us, and we wrestle with it, and we wrestle with it.
When we turn around this bend on the road, we were just met with these massive glaciers. And there's 3 in this national park. I wish I could show you the magnitude of these glaciers. They're magnificent. They're awesome. And they're just right here on the side of the road. It's pretty cool.
We're seeing this in a few days with our tour group. And we said, we're not gonna see anything without you guys that we're gonna see on a group tour. We're gonna wait for you guys. And that's true, because when we come back, we're doing a tour of this whole lake on a boat. But we wanted to come by at sunset to get really pretty shots of it because we're already here. We haven't seen the Diamond Beach. I think we're gonna save that. We wanted to see the icebergs and the lake and the glacier spilling into the lake at sunset. And I'm glad we made that choice, just for the B-roll alone. The crowds are dwindling out. I guess people are going to find dinner, getting to their hotels for the night. And so if you are coming by, I will note the crowds are nothing like they are in U.S. national parks. Like, not even close. Not to mention parking is free.
I mean, this is just, it's incredible. We're on the south side of Iceland now, and this is where things really start to pick up. This is where all the tourist, destinations are. Before we came back here, we went ahead and set up our camp. So we're gonna head back to our tent and sleep. And then tomorrow we've got another day of completing the ring road.
If this were any other travel vlogger, they'd go, "Good morning, honey," and then they'd hand each other coffee. But in reality, I woke up and I had drool on my face and I kicked Chris and I was like, "You gotta get up." Good morning from Iceland again. We're in another national park and I slept like a rock last night. It's the best I slept. I don't think we got lower than like mid-30s last night, so it really wasn't too bad. But it rained. But it wasn't like a downpour rain. It was the kind of rain that sounds really nice in a tent. It was nice. My eyes are swollen. I've got leftover makeup around it. I feel weird having y'all in our bedroom. It's not my favorite. Who are these people who vlog in bed all the time? I'm like, why? Yeah, where's my coffee, honey?
No.
What was that?
All right, welcome to our humble abode. All right, can you give us a grand tour?
Yes, this is the grand tour of our 2-person plus Kramer size tent. Kramer's not here. Guys, this is the longest we've ever left Kramer. It's been really hard, I'm not gonna lie. This is our little tent. It's a Big Agnes 2-person. We have 2 sleeping bags, 2 sleeping pads, 2 little tiny inflatable pillows. It's actually a bike packing tent or backpacking, but it's bike packing because it's small enough to go on the front of a bike, which is we hope to do soon. A rumple blanket just as extra warmth and cushion. We always travel with this now. That's pretty much the grand tour. There's not really much to witness. We have 2 doors. One for Chris, one for me. We slept really well in this. We've slept in it in Washington and Oregon and Colorado and Iceland.
Yeah,
we slept in a lot of places for one little summer. We just got this earlier this summer and I love it. It's great. So we went ahead and invested in this after we sold our van because we were too cheap to pay for hotels after we sold the van. And I'm so glad because I have slept so much better in this than I have in any other hotel. I'm one of those people who sticks their cold hands and feet against the husband.
Yeah.
Can't do that. I sleep back. I think he sleeps better without me.
I zipped it all the way up.
He said, no, be gone.
We're gonna take this thing down. We're gonna get going.
I'm so tired.
I know. No. It was good. It was a good night's sleep though. We're in this.
A good sleepy. Like my face is all swollen and groggy. My eyes are crusty. And that's good sleep there.
Beautiful here.
Oh, this is the beauty he speaks of.
Let's go. Oh, I just fucked it up. All right, let's go.
I spent all this time chasing a dream, but none of it was true until you were here with me. It's a wonderful world filled with fabulous things. I'd trade them all away to have you here with me. I'd trade them all away to have you here with me.
It's amazing how at home I feel in a bus or a van. It feels normal. I'm like, oh, I can live in this. This place came recommended, and I'm trying so hard to remember who recommended it from Instagram. If you know who you are, comment so we can thank you again. But we're in Vic, and someone recommended that we come to, it's called Skool Beans. So we're inside the school bus, and it's a coffee shop. And they actually roast their own beans from around the world. So Chris got a El Salvadorian, and I got a Papua New Guinea. So we're gonna try both of those. We both just got Americanos because we're boring Americans, and we just really need straight up coffee right now. It's cute. They've got a little wood burning stove, and they've got little seats and bar, and I mean, it's bumping. It's busy. It's cute and it's a beautiful setting. So if you need coffee, I recommend this.
And after the long drive around the ring road, our bodies were stiff and tired, which gave us the perfect excuse to go to Sky Lagoon.
So we got here a little bit early, so we get private changing rooms, which is something you can choose. So Chris is right across the hall from me. I have my own area, private shower, private lotion, and it gives me my own steps, and then there's little lockers right outside, so we have like the whole place kind of to ourselves, and there's lots of privacy. People joke because Americans are very modest people, and we're not used to changing in front of others, so having private areas is pretty nice. I mean, I could do the groom one if I had to, but I don't mind this. This is good. All right, I'm gonna change. perfect end to a long road trip around the ring road. This is so peaceful. Granted, they let us in a few minutes early since we're filming and they don't allow professional photography gear in the lagoon. But this is really nice. Even with a group, there's a lot of little like nooks and places to kind of hang out and relax that you don't have to be around people constantly. There's little hiding places. You can kind of tuck away and get a few moments of peace and quiet. I will say I'm a nervous wreck having my camera in the lagoon right now. I'm like, dear goodness, please don't let me drop this. These are our jobs and our lives. Anyway, this is so relaxing. Yeah, they said there was one guy in here working. I think we found him. Hi, how's it going? Don't mind us.
Water right now is very nice. I don't know, 85, 90 degrees. It's very, very nice. It feels so great having the cool air and the warm water. What a relaxing time. I mean, granted, we're here before it opens and, you know, people do come, but the earlier, the better when you come to the Sky Lagoon. I mean, this is a really cool experience for us and we're happy to share it with you. What do you think, Sarah?
I'm happy to share this.
We're happy to go through this process for you.
We're gonna do a little test.
I mean, yeah, we need to make sure it lives up to the standard of Chris and Sarah. Whatever that is.
It's like a quintessential, you must do it in Iceland, a hot spring. And there's a few that a lot of people do. There's the Blue Lagoon, Secret Lagoon, and there's Sky Lagoon, which I feel like those are the three main ones. Maybe I'm missing some. But there's a whole bunch of hot spring type spas that you can do in Iceland. And this one, I got this little Icelandic lady on the plane next to me, and she was just so sweet, and she was giving me all the advice. And she said, wait, she's like, if you're gonna do a lagoon, she's like, I have the perfect one for you. You have to do Sky Lagoon. She's like, it's newer, but it's a lot quieter. It's really beautiful. The whole experience just really adds to it. She's like, and it's right outside of Reykjavik. And so we're here. I took her word on that, and I'm so glad I did. Just talking to a couple other people since we've been here, they said, yeah, the other ones are really great. You have to go. Like, Blue Lagoon, though, is very busy, very crowded. Secret Lagoon is supposed to be really good. And this one is just sort of the whole experience. Like, it's really beautiful. It's very aesthetic. It's very Nordic looking. It just has the whole, you've got the infinity pool and the rocks and the grass and the waterfalls. And you get to do the 7-step ritual, which we're going to do in a minute. But for now, we're just relaxing in the lagoon.
We know that there's 7 other steps in this lagoon, but Sarah and I have been out here for quite a while, just splashing around. And I think we're gonna have to go on to the next step because we have to show you what it's like. But we don't really want to get out of the water because we're having a lot of fun.
We're in the right place, right?
All right, so it's like 10 a.m. in the morning. They do have a bar here at the Sky Lagoon if you're interested. It's a little early for us to crack open a cold one, but maybe on a relaxing day, you can get in here into the lagoon, grab a drink, and just enjoy it and relax.
We're supposed to be filming. I'm talking. I just want to sit here and just... Somebody once told us, they're like, well, you guys aren't really like the spa kind of people. You know, you guys seem like you like to rough it a little bit more. I'm like, no. For the right price, I could be a spa person. I could do this. It's usually budget that keeps me from doing this. It's not my own choice. We feel spoiled when we get to do little things like this. I don't ever want to grow accustomed to it, that's for sure. Whoever it was that said, well, that's not really your speed. You guys don't do a lot of like hotels or spas. I'm like, yeah, we like outdoors. We like camping. We love van life. But I like mixing it up every now and then and getting a little taste of how the other half lives. This is really not crazy expensive. Actually, I will say all the lagoons are around the same price, and it is 100% worth it if you're gonna come to Iceland. You have to do it. And sure, there are free ones around the island, but if you wanna do like the full experience, I will say I price checked Blue Lagoon, Sky Lagoon, Forest Lagoon, Secret Lagoon, and we are doing Secret Lagoon in a later video with our group. That one was the one that was probably the most recommended because they said it's kind of in line with Blue Lagoon, but it's better because it's less crowded, it's a little bit more authentic feeling. This is just like its own type of experience where it feels very Nordic, if that makes sense. Like it has like the whole atmosphere, I guess. I mean, they've got like the little huts and you've got the whole 7-step ritual, so it feels more like a spa versus just like a hot spring or a lagoon. I think that makes it unique. I'd say, if you're coming to Iceland and you want to relax, this is your place. My hips are sore right now from sitting in the car so much, and we have walked, but not enough. This feels good just to like stretch it out. Okay, let's go.
How cold was it?
It was really cold. It's down time. Like, it gets your circulation going. I can feel it. It's good for you. You're supposed to sit in there longer, but we're on a time crunch, so we're filming before everybody else comes in. But that's step 2. So you get really cold, you get really hot, you get really cold, and then you get really hot again in the sauna. Oh my gosh, yes. I am only 25% finished, but I am finished. And I grew up in a family who loved their saunas. I took one at least once a week, pretty much my whole life, from the time I was little all the way up. I love them, and I've always wanted to go to a Nordic country and take an official sauna. And this, I feel like, is the perfect, well, maybe my expectations are really high now, what the rest of the saunas are like in the world. But this is incredible. There's this giant wall of glass, and you are looking out over the ocean, and it's moody and gray today, and there's the rock stove, and they have this there's like a little dripper that's just dropping the perfect amount of steam onto the rocks to make it the perfect humid and warm. I don't know how hot it is, but it's hot. I can tell you probably it's at least 140 in here, at least. That's mild. But golly, this is beautiful. It smells so good. I wish I could put the smells into your living room right now because it smells so warm and wood-like and cedary, and oh my gosh. I have waited my whole life to take a sauna in a place like this. I know that sounds stupid, but it's true. And this is paradise to me. I love the lagoon, but this is just like, it's like it's warming up every single inch of my insides right now and just like thawing out. It hasn't even been that cold here, but a sauna on a cold day is so good. And I know traditionally, especially the Finns, but I think a lot of Nordic people, they take a sauna and they go hop in the cold water, or they'll go hop in the snow or something. This feels so good. It's good for you too. Saunas are so good for you.
It's really hot.
I love it.
She's really passionate about saunas, but now it's time to go to step 4. Obviously in here, we have cold mist, and it's exactly what it is. We have a sprinkler system up at the top, and it's just spraying this cold mist, and coming from the sauna, it feels really nice, really nice.
It's a serious question. Since this is open to the outside, and there's no ceiling here. When this water sprays in the winter, it just turns to snow. I don't know.
We just finished. It's like total nap time right now. We're very just relaxed.
My skin is so soft and my face is all flushed. I just feel so good. I'm relaxed. We got here morning time. I can't imagine coming here in the evening and then also getting a drink while in there because they have a full bar and everything. And then like drinking a beer and then floating around the hot spring and then, or floating around the hot lagoon and then going home and just having the best night's sleep. Unfortunately, it is 12:30, so we have a lot of daytime ahead of us. So sometimes to muster through it, but this was such a fun experience. I can't recommend it enough. It was absolutely beautiful, and it was the perfect Iceland experience. If you want that lagoon experience and you want the whole aesthetic and you want the slow pace, just to really kind of slow down and relax after a long plane ride or a long car ride, the Icelandic people know how to relax and in style. So Let's go.
Highly, highly, highly recommend. Welcome to Reykjavik, Iceland. Did I say that right?
Reykjavik?
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik, I think. We're trying. We always try really hard, y'all.
We do.
But if you've been around a while, you know that pronunciations, it's hard for us. We're working on it. This is our utmost respect for you all here in Iceland. Trying. And now we have some time to just sort of hang out. We're gonna grab dinner with friends later, and then the whole group comes in tomorrow, and we have more time in the city tomorrow as people are just getting adjusted to the time zone, and we'll have a group dinner tomorrow night. But for now, we're just gonna go walk and explore, see what the city's about. It's a pretty small town by, I guess, what we're used to in the States, but it's smaller than our hometown, which is a small town in the States. So I'm excited to go check it out. It's really quaint, really cute, very clean, very polite. I like it so far.
And it's the capital of Iceland.
It's true.
The more you know. This is one of the most iconic things here in Iceland.
Sorry, I'm reading the history of it.
Yeah, 41 years to make this church, and it kind of sits on top of Reykjavik, and you can see it at all sorts of different points throughout the city. It is a beautiful church. Inside you can see the organ, and we're not here for a concert, but
You can be.
yeah,
They offer concerts with the organ, and the organ is massive. They actually have 2 organs in there. Just read that in my nifty little pamphlet. You can grab one on your way out the door.
But anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful church. Come down and see it. All right, now we're gonna walk a little bit more in town. So they have a saying here, which I feel like they have this saying all over the world, that if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. And I can honestly say that's very, very true, because it was clear blue skies, and now clouds and rain are sort of coming in. So if you see all sorts of different weather, that's why. Hi, how are you? I'll take 1 dog.
With everything.
With everything would be great.
I'm really not a hot dog person. This is pretty good. Now, Chris may like it more than me. I don't really have words to say. I don't know if I know a good hot dog from a bad hot dog. This is warm and I'm cold, so that to me qualifies as a good hot dog.
So this is gonna sound weird, but it's got a little crunch, just because they put all the onion down below the hot dog. It does keep it from like being messy. It's a good hot dog. Apparently, hot dogs are really big here in Iceland. When I asked our friend why is that, he didn't know why. So they love their hot dogs, and this is one of the most popular ones here in town. There's a very famous photo of Bill Clinton eating a hot dog here. If you do plan on coming here, be prepared to wait in a line. This is by far the most popular one in all of town. All right, so we just made Sarah's dream come true.
Well, half my dream.
I mean-
Still didn't meet Yancy, but one of my all-time favorite bands is Sigur, and they are from Iceland. If you don't know who they are, they've been around for, gosh, almost 20 years now. Their music sounds like a landscape. And I first really wanted to come to Iceland when I started listening to their music back in like early high school. And I've loved that band forever. And then the frontman of it, Yancy, actually opened this perfumery here in Reykjavik. And Chris read about it on the list. I had no idea this place existed. And I said, I've got to go there. Anyway, I got my little, she said this is an Icelandic word. And it's, Euclid. She just said it and I was like, I'm gonna remember that. I don't remember it now. But it's essentially an Icelandic word that means the scent of the outside. They had a little story next to each one, but this one was supposed to be like after a long day outside, you know, the smell of the grass, like cut and all these different things. So almost to me, it sounds like summer wrapped up. Like those favorite moments of summer at the end of the day when the sun's setting and you're tired and you're exhausted and everything's alive outside. this, and I got a little can to take home. I never buy souvenirs. This is very rare for me. That's a big deal for me.
And when she says this is a big deal for her, I mean, it's a big deal. Like, I'm the one who geeks out about gift shops. I'm like,
Oh, it's a beautiful shop.
oh, and it was a beautiful shop,
Oh,
but
it
it's
has
me,
such a
my
mood
personality. I'm just like, let's go to the gift shop, no matter where we're at.
We never buy anything.
And we never buy anything. But Sarah, she was like beelining it through. Like, she's like, we have to go here now.
Oh my gosh.
Whenever you see a sign for donuts, you know we have to stop.
Come on, you gotta try it with me. Grab one.
At least these ones I'm not gonna make any funny faces.
Go for it. It's a lot crunchier than I was expecting.
Oh, look at the honey on that.
Yeah, look at that. We got the classic, which has cinnamon, sesame, and honey on it. And it's sweet without being too sweet, but they're really crunchy. But they taste like a funnel cake, kind of. They're good. Go for it. Please have some more. Please have another. Please go.
This is the honey.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, I'm really
Good. Good in there.
I just want the honey.
Honey's good.
Today we are starting something brand new. Today is the very first day of our trip here in Iceland. And if you didn't know, about a year ago we announced that we're leading a trip to this beautiful country, and 14 other people decided to say, hey, we want to go to Iceland with you. And so today's the first day that we're able to explore this beautiful country with 14 new friends. So you're about to meet and see a lot of different people here.
Yeah, so they arrived yesterday, and it was a slow day of getting accustomed to the time zone because we have people from all over the U.S. and they're here. And then we woke up bright and early. And we're gonna see geysers today. We're gonna do a secret lagoon soak. It's gonna be a good day, a good first day of kind of like taking it easy and getting used to the scenery. Of Iceland's national parks right now, but this one's really cool because this is where you can see the tectonic plates, so what divides North America from the Eurasia continent. Right now we're in North America technically, but we're looking over to Europe and Asia. Iceland is Europe. I'm going to assume they said it's Europe mostly because it's like the most of the land is in the Europe side of it, right? I'm going to go ahead and say that's true.
It's not a lie, if you believe it.
So it's not creating a big gap in the earth. He is explaining this. They're like, oh, so Iceland's going to be a different, two different islands in 1,000 years. He's like, no, that's not how it works, because every time there's like volcanic eruption, it just fills in the holes, and so it just kind of keeps growing. So the newest part of Iceland is in the middle of the island, and the east and the west part of the island are the old parts of the island. So it's sort of like pushing and forming and recreating all the time. So we're kind of right in the middle right now, in between the two different plates, which is really cool. Never been around a hot spring. It smells very strongly of sulfur. You can smell it in different places in the States too, and like Montana is where I've smelled it the most. Whew, it's strong. Look at it, it's pretty, isn't it?
It's hard to identify them. That's so.
It's the strangest thing ever.
That's so weird. It feels like a hot bath. It's like a natural jacuzzi, but gigantic.
Really?
Yeah, feel it. It's so weird.
It's hot.
Yeah, like
warm.
It's warm. Wow. I want to go swim. I'm cold. So something really cool about this area is that they traditionally bake rye bread just right in the ground. So the ground is so hot around it. You can put the dough in the ground, and then the ground bakes it instead of having an oven. So you can see it. It's boiling behind me, but it's crazy hot. So geothermal cool stuff here happening.
made a quick stop to see another beautiful waterfall here in Iceland.
I'll be home to you, home to you.
I would not want to go over it.
I was thinking about that too.
Do you know that scene in Princess Bride where he's walking and the ground is steaming and it's hot and it looks dangerous? That's what this place feels like, but it's not dangerous. It's just another lagoon. So we are at the secret lagoon and it is just in the most beautiful setting. But I mean, look behind me right here. Like, everything looks like it's on fire. It's not, it's just steam. It's just hot. People over here are just, they're having a great time relaxing in the lagoon. So if you're looking to relax and you're looking for a setting that's sort of like the Schreier, this place could be for you. This place could be for you. How do you feel after that?
I'm feeling good. So relaxed, it was so warm. I don't usually get too hot in hot springs, but that one I was like, all right, I'm like burning up. I was in there for like an hour and a half. Felt so good. 1, 2, 3.
They came all this way for this.
You gotta try it.
Heck yeah. Do I need to get a running start on it? Oh, I'm scared. I can't move in the overalls, so they have no, like, get up.
This is
Now you understand. It's very questionable getting off. It's like kind of hard. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's like weird if you have absorbed.
I feel 30.
Don't look a day over 25.
Oh, thank you. Whew, that was fun. You go do it. I'm gonna film you.
Press. Got it. Come on. I know I'm just falling off.
There we go, we're getting there.
I can't even do it. What if we...
The pizza's not sitting well. It absorbs like your jump.
It does.
And-
It's like you can't move at times.
And we've seen these in a lot of small towns around Iceland. Even Reykjavik has this, but the US needs to install this.
I feel like it went past safety standards.
Welcome to day 2 of our trip. And today starts out with another waterfall, but this time we get to go behind it. Check it out.
New favorite waterfall.
Sarah said I look like Peppermint Patty. My glasses are all fogged up. But you know what? That's the fun of hiking in the rain. You have this moody scenery, this powerful waterfall, and you look like a cartoon character. It's a good start for day 2.
A little muddier, a little wetter, a little happier. It's a great waterfall. This one was high on our list because I knew you got to walk behind it. I'm gonna put the name on the screen and down below, but definitely worth a stop on the ring road. It's incredible, truly awesome. So we're at the Black Sand Beach, and it's very windy. In fact, our guide said that there's a weather station over here. Oh my gosh. And he said the weather station that we're next to records the highest wind speeds on the island. So it's very windy. Thank you to everybody who warned us ahead of time. The Iceland is windy. You were right, but we came prepared. I have no idea where the group went. My eyes are just like, my mascara's all runny. I'm just a mess. Adds to the fun.
That was not an exaggeration. Wind here is incredible. Up for that rock. It's a beautiful, beautiful beach. It's black sand, but it's very, very dangerous here. The wind, the waves. So oh, look at this. So when they say it's dangerous, they really do mean it's dangerous. And the wind here, again, is no joke, as you can probably tell.
I mean, the eyes are all crusty from watering and like the wind, so I'm just like disgusted. But it's pretty, it's fine, I'll Photoshop it out. So I've heard this called the deadliest beach, but it's the Black Sand Beach. And as Nick was just describing a second ago, he read that there's like a cliff right off the shore here. So it creates really weird water patterns, and people go out there and take their picture, and then they get swept up into a wave, and then they can't get back because the current is just really strong and really odd. So even our tour guide, he was like, yes, it's very unsafe. It's really, like, you may get out there, you may be a good swimmer, but you're not getting back. So stay away from the water and don't do anything risky from here. But it is beautiful, isn't it? This is one of those places that's really cool when it's raining, kind of moody. It's beautiful.
That is some of the most intense wind we have ever been in.
We're at the canyon that was made famous by Justin Bieber. Can't believe it wasn't famous before then because it is breathtaking. This is one of my top 3 spots so far. It is very rainy, but even through the rain and the cold, I'm shivering and my hands are cold. It's amazing. There's a waterfall and you can tell it's just worn through the canyon, and it is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
This canyon is beautiful. I mean, and if you can imagine with me right over here, Justin Bieber probably frolicked right here for his music video. We are about to do something that's an Icelandic tradition, and it has to do with the Greenland shark. And you may be wondering why we're in the parking lot of our hotel. It's because the smell is pretty bad, and they don't want it inside the hotel. So we have to do this in the parking lot.
Oh, he even.
This is the best tour guide, my friend Billy, in all of Iceland.
Each of you will take a stick, and so take a stick, everyone, okay? And this is the shark, right? Okay. So I open this, and personally, I would go for the more whitish one. Yeah. So I allow you to smell first, okay?
I'm not gonna
Oh!
Oh!
This is
it just smells like a marine.
Yeah. Okay, that's not as bad as I was expecting.
the poison is out, and so it's safe to eat it today. They hang it up for at least 6 months before it's eatable. So everybody ready? No, this will help. This will help.
I did it! Woohoo! You're a good actor.
It's actually good, you know.
It wasn't bad. It was chewy.
This is what adults giving into peer pressure looks like.
Oh yeah, it's so rubbery.
Yeah. If you cannot chew through it, just spit it out.
Oh, I won't swallow.
Oh.
This is the alcohol I want you to import to USA.
Okay, I'll import that.
Okay, Sarah, go.
Let's do this.
How's that?
Oh, man. Oh.
Better? Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good girl.
Continue, come on.
Swallow it?
It got worse, the aftertaste.
Swallow it with this, or if
The
you
back
can.
of the throat.
Oh gosh. It wasn't that bad. It's fishy.
Oh, it's hard. Oh, there's something hard in it.
Oh, Debbie's doing the feet bounce. But
Anything's out of
she's doing the dance.
This is the shark dance.
And this used to be poisonous?
Yeah, before it was processed. Yes.
I know, it's kind of an after. Like, what?
Chris, I want to see.
Oh, that's disgusting. That, yeah.
So who's next?
No.
It wasn't as bad as it smelled, I'll give it that. Mine was very tender. It was pretty good. The first couple chews, I was like, oh, that's not so bad. And then it had kind of this burst of a weird little aftertaste, and then it kind of settled into the side of my mouth, and it felt like it numbed to the side of my tongue a little bit. I know it didn't. It just something about it. It does burn it a little bit. But it's healthy, so all in the name of health. How do you guys eat this? Do you grill it or just like this?
No, just like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, of course. This is for us Icelanders very funny because this is kind of a guest puzzle, right? And it's funny to see the reactions. But if I offer brennivin or the Icelandic ákavit together with it, it's a kind of a motivation, you know. So people like to try, right?
Good morning. Today we are starting out in this lagoon. We were actually here a little while ago and it was beautiful, sunny, but today it's moody. We're getting ready to go on a boat tour through the ice.
These are icebergs behind me that are coming off the glacier, which is peeping out underneath the cloud over there, and they're working their way to the ocean. So we're starting with a tour around the icebergs today, and I'm so excited. I've wanted to do this for a long time. I don't know, I've never seen an iceberg before. All I know about icebergs is Titanic.
Iceberg, right ahead!
And we're going on a boat, a much smaller boat too.
Can we do I'm King of the World when we get on the boat?
No, we're not doing that. Sorry. No? I feel like I can't move. Why? You always get some great shots of me.
I feel like my cheeks are tucked into.
Calling me in, we'll meet again like I don't know you. Oh, you pretend it's never been the same since you can make this right. What is it that I wanted for you to remind?
So our guide just said if we fall in, we have 4 minutes, and then we're done. We're an icicle. Yeah, so swim fast. But that's why they have a boat that's following us, because 4 minutes and you're kaput. Oh, interesting fact. James Bond was filmed here.
This is at least 1,000 years old. Because you know that the glacier is made by several snow layers, and the youngest one is dating back 1,000 years old ago. I know it's very hard to believe me, but over there is the largest glacier we have in Europe. You want to hold this and take a beautiful picture together?
Oh, that's cold. It's so blurry. So Erin had to make a wish before she tossed the little iceberg back in.
Of course, you have to keep it straight.
Yeah, I was about to ask. What'd you wish for?
Absolutely.
The sun is trying to come out through the fog. What do you think?
It was fun. The sun is finally coming out. I'm hoping we get a good shot of the glacier before we leave the area. That was really interesting.
So we're heading across the street to Diamond Beach, and then after that, we're going into an ice cave.
It's getting sunny fast. We
Yeah,
may
it
get a
is.
shot of the glacier.
I know. All right, let's go. We are currently at Diamond Beach. And when you come here, you can see all the black sand, but on the shore are all these pieces of ice that have just floated in from the ocean, and they've littered the entire just beach, and it looks like diamonds. Especially with the sun right now coming through the fog, they're sparkling. You can just sit here and watch the ice float in the waves and wash onto shore. It's just incredibly beautiful having this stark black sand and the stark white, and the contrast between both of them. And then you have the sun and the fog mixing in, and it's making everything sparkle, and you really understand why it's named Diamond Beach. I mean, look at this. This is just amazing, and everybody's getting their photo. It's pretty popular. Like, if you have time, come here, because this is worth the stop.
There will be another one. Something new to fall into, and it'll be a better one. There will be another. There will be another one. Something you will hold on to, and there'll be a better one. There'll be another. Oh, there'll be another. Oh, there will be
gonna go see an ice cave. Let's get to work.
So we took 30 minutes to come down this big gravel road. Check out these tires on these things. This is some heavy duty off-roading. Our Sprinter van probably wouldn't have made it down here, but this Sprinter van did. Look at the tires on that thing. So we have about a 30-minute hike. So if you look behind me, all this rock used to be glacier. And so now we've got to take a 30-minute hike through this gravel terrain into the ice cave. So where I'm standing now, back in 2010, all of this used to be glacier, and it's slowly been receding up. What was the year, 23, 22? So 12 years ago, this all used to be ice. And now, there's the glacier.
Yes, it is. Is it good?
It's actually pretty good.
Good. Look how pretty it is. About to go inside the cave, the ice cave. We're all geared up, got our helmets and our cameras, ready to go.
It's so pretty. Look at all the bubbles in there.
See it? That's not what you want to hear.
Oh no.
Oh. He doesn't look too concerned, so I think we're good to keep moving.
We're going into the glacier now, into the ice cave. So you can see my head is hitting the roof a little bit. But this is amazing. You're underneath this glacier and it's just melting all around you. Look at this. So I don't know if you can hear this, but you can feel the power of just how much water is melting and coming down and creating this river, like right here. I've never been in anything like this before. We've been in a small ice cave, but nothing compared to this. And now they're leaving me. Gotta go.
Awesome. So you gotta go to the glacier and then kind of go essentially under the glacier, like into the cave, and the walls were all just beautiful ice You just touch it and it was just so smooth and beautiful. It's a really cool experience that he would like get a chunk of it off of his axe and hand it to us. We could hold the glacier, and it's really a cool experience.
They typically do these tours in ice caves between October and April, May, sometime between there. We're here in Iceland in September, mid-September, and they just started opening them up for people to explore. Being in this cave that's made of ice and it's melting everywhere, so you kind of have this quick panic moment of, oh, is this going to all melt away while I'm under here?
I think we timed the weather just about perfect today. It's supposed to rain this afternoon. It's getting a little cloudier again, but we had perfect weather for this activity. It was a half an hour walk back to the cave, and it'll be half an hour walk back again. And the drive on the way in took about 25 minutes, and it'll take 25 minutes back out again, and it is bumpy, but the car we're in is just massive, 4x4 off-wheel, like multiple steps to get up inside of the vehicle, and it was really fun. But if you get car sickness, take a little Dramamine before you get on, because it will be bumpy, but worth it. Worth the hike out here, pun intended.
So on the way back to the hotel, we had to stop at the lagoon again. It was right on the way, and now you can see all the fog's gone. And so the wind's moving in, another storm is coming up, but finally the fog is gone, and now you can see where we are. And when we were in the ice cave, check it out, it's right here. Right there.
For behind the scenes and extra content, you can head on over to our Patreon community. Otherwise, be sure to follow on Instagram or like and subscribe here. It really helps creators like us.